Welcome in to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network, where we have our first matchup here of the Bellevue Bruins, the Bruins Classic of 2026. The Bruins Classic is brought to you by Bauden, the official ball of NAIA. Today's matchup is between the Benedictine Redhawks versus the Valley City State Vikings. Benedictine Mesa is out of Mesa, Arizona. They just played a matchup yesterday in Peru, Nebraska against Peru State University. So far in the year, they're 1-1. Last season, they were 15-11. They're returning 7 contributors from last season. A couple players to watch for Benedictine Mesa is Adina Ortiz. She's a talented women's volleyball player from Chicago. She attended Taft High School, where she earned MVP honors her senior year and was named to the all-tournament teams at both the MEQ and the St. Louis tournaments. She began her collegiate career at Quincy University before making it to Benedictine Mesa, where 2020 marked her first season with the Redhawks. As the team's primary libero, Ortiz appeared in all 25 matches with 92 sets, recording 80 assists, 43 service aces, while adding on 280 digs. She also totaled 46 points, helping provide stability and leadership to this Redhawks back row defense and serving game throughout the season. Another player to look out here is Sophie Drawlinger. She's a Queen Creek, Arizona native. Sophie graduated from Queen Creek High School in 2023, where she was a 3-year varsity athlete and totaled 325 kills. Since joining Benedictine Mesa, Drawlinger has developed into one of the Redhawks' top attackers. Over 3 seasons, she has appeared in 64 matches and 178 sets, recording 400 kills, 71 service aces, 400 digs, and 27 blocks. In 2025, she earned all-conference honors after leading the team with 328 kills, while adding 48 service aces and 302 digs. Drawlinger was also recognized by her success in the classroom, earning spots on both the 2025 GSAC and NAIA Fall Scholar Athlete list. Moving over to Valley City State. They were 13-15 a year ago, and so far have not had the best start to the season, starting 0-4. But they are returning 9 contributors, but they ended up losing their 4 leaders statistically. Still, Gracie Schumacher, Madden Bogenreef, and Annika Polyu played over 100 sets a season ago and try to bring some experience onto the court. A couple players to watch for the Vikings is Ellie Lucas. She's now in her junior year. After in just 22 matches a season ago, she had 86 kills, 20 digs, and 8 block assists. Having another year under her belt looks like she's going to be a leader for this squad. And just in her lesser sets at 71 a season ago, she was 5th on the team statistically. Another player I think to watch for in this matchup is Madden Bogenreef. She's another player to watch out for. In just her freshman season, she had a team-high 536 assists, 241 digs, and 22 kills. It looks like she will take another step this season. Other games going on today in the Bruin Classic as we're getting started out here with the Vikings and the Redhawks. Benedictine Ravens will be in next matchup against Xavier University out of Louisiana. At 1 p.m., we're going to have Dort versus Benedictine Mesa. So if you're watching Benedictine Mesa now, you can catch that next game for them at 1 p.m. Valley City State will have their second game at 3 p.m. against Benedictine, Kansas. At 5 p.m., we'll have Grandview and Dort having their second matchup. The nightcap is going to be Bellevue University, the sponsor of this tournament, going up against Xavier at 7 p.m. We'll also have some matchups tomorrow that you can end up catching. But we're going to set it down to the PA announcer as we get ready for our national anthem.
Without doing formal introductions, we do want to introduce the starting lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Redhawks from Benedictine University, Mesa. Sophomore, number 3, Adina Ortiz. Senior, number 5, Sophie Drawlinger. Senior, number 10, Bella Rosa Grandcunier. The captain, number 11, Taylor Wilson. Senior number 14, Camille Collins. Senior number 15, Janai Moore. And junior number 16, Kylie Malone. The Red Hawks are coached by Madison Kindle. And now the starting lineup for the Valley State University Vikings. Freshman number 1, Bryn Sorensen. Freshman number 3, Hudson Zerpas. Senior number 7, Eden Carrier. The captain number 8, Molly Bjornby. Number 10, freshman Maddie Geist. The libero number 12, Annika Pulyu. And number 22, Madden Bogenreef. The Vikings are coached by Michelle McEljohn. Let's play Bellevue Classic Volleyball.
Just had our starting lineups right here for the first game of the 2026 Bruin Classic. Again, that Bruin Classic is brought to you by Baden. Baden, the official ball of NAIA. Starting lineups, Benedictine, Adina Ortiz, Sophie Drollinger, Belarose Branconier, Taylor Wilson, Camille Collins, Danae Moore, Kylie Malone. For Valley City State, we have Bryn Sorensen, Hudson Surface, Eden Carrier, Molly Benorby, Madison Geist, Annika Polyu, and Madden Bogan Reef. Set to serve is the Vikings. Number 22, Madden Bogenreef will serve. And here's a serve from Bogenreef. And it's going to be dug right there over the top of the net. And it's going to be saved by Valley City State. Going to try to go for a scoring thing here. And it's another good dig by the Red Hawks. Over, and a good dig by the libero, but just goes out. And the Red Hawks get the first point of this match. Annika Polyu tried to dig that one out, but just went out to the right. Now to serve for the Red Hawks here. Number 16, Kylie Malone. Here's the serve. Trying to get a scoring attack here. Good dig right there again by the Red Hawks. Good run here between these both squads. And nice tip up and a great thing by Bogenreef. Another dig, and that one's going to be in. And Valley City State will tie it up 1-1. Going to do a substitute here. Caddy Coco will check in for the Vikings. Molly Bjornby will be here to serve for the Vikings. Going with a spike here, and it's going to get down there for a point. Janae Moore with a point to her name on that. (2-1) Red Hawks. Red Hawks here to serve. Hit over the net, and not able to get it there was Taylor Wilson, and that will go down for another point, tying this up 2-2. Annika Polyu to serve here for the Vikings. Not a very good hit, but a good save right there from the Red Hawks. Gets it over the net. Here's a scoring opportunity and a good dig by the Red Hawks. Red Hawks so far, a lot of good digs. And able to get the block there is the Vikings, and they take lead in this set 3-2. Trying to square this up 1-1. There's the hit. Another good dig and a great block, but hey, what a great save right there from the Redhawks to keep this rally going. The tip over and a fantastic tip gets right in the middle of the Vikings defense. Points. Redhawks. So far, very good digs from the Redhawks. It was a great block there just on that left side of Valley City State. And almost a struggle here, able to get over the net. And looks like a touch at the net is going to be point over to Benedictine Mesa. And Vikings will take a timeout here as just on their side of the ball seems a little out of sorts there. Good try there from Madden Bogenreef to try to save it there, running over to the scorer's table to get that one over the net, but a great tip by Camille Collins as Eden Carrier wasn't able to gather it. So as we take our first timeout here, Benedictine Mesa has a 4-3 lead in set one. Benedictine Mesa played a game in Peru State yesterday, so getting some familiarity here in the state of Nebraska. It's really cool to see a lot of the different schools from different parts of the country playing in this tournament. As, like we said, we have a team from Arizona, we got a team from Louisiana, we got a team from Kansas here today. We got some of the local ones as in Iowa, Valley City State out in North Dakota, Valley City State in the same conference as Bellevue University, as they are both in the frontier. And coming out of the timeout, here to serve is Dominique Sela for the Redhawks. And tried to block it there, but unable to gather it over the net. And Valley City State will bring it back to a 4-4 tie here in the first set. Making some subs here is Valley City State. Grace Schumacher will come in to serve. Good dig there from the Redhawks, keeping this rally going. Another try, great block. Can they save it here? And they get over the net. And another kill, and that one's going to be in. Point, Redhawks. Sophie Drollinger here to serve for the Redhawks as they take a 5-4 lead in set one. A little miscommunication here with Valley City State. Able to get it over and get it to the spike. What a great assist. And Bryn Sorensen will take that one over the net to draw it 5-5. Sub here, Hudson Surface will check back into the game.
Hudson Surface serving for the Vikings.
And that was going to be tipped over the net. A good dig right there from the Vikings. Trying to hit it back over. Here's a chance for the Redhawks. And a tough tip right there from the libero. Tipped, scoring chance, good recovery from the Vikings. Here's just an opportunity, nice tip. Able to get down and dig it there was the Redhawks. Gonna be hit over and a great tip right there from Gracie Schumacher to give the Vikings 1 point lead here in set one. Hudson Zerfus with the assist there, and she'll be here to serve. Going to be hit over and try for the spike, and a great block by the Vikings as they bring out the roof over on their sideline. So far, pretty good run here from the Vikings. And a dig right there was a pretty good serve. Able to save it is Redhawks. It's going to be it, and it looks like that one's going to be touched, and it was touched there by Adrian Ortiz. And just like that, the Vikings are up 8-5, and that's going to be a timeout for the Redhawks. The Vikings so far in the season have not won their first matchup yet, trying to get that here. So far in the season, Valley City State has lost to Dordt University, who is in this tournament. They lost to College of St. Mary, Mount Mercy University, and then lost to number 16 ranked Dakota Wesleyan University. But they're playing a lot of good competition. Only have won 2 sets so far in the season and trying to take their first one here against Benedictine Mesa. Looking at some of the stats here, both teams have had 16 attacks. Valley City State with 6 kills and Benedictine Mesa with 5. So far, Benedictine Mesa has had 2 attack errors, and their hit percentage is only 188. Valley City State's also leading in 6 assists as we come out of the timeout here. Here's the serve from the Vikings. Gonna be hit over, and it was gonna be an error there from the Redhawks, and it's another point for the Vikings. Vikings with a 9-5 lead in this set, and that one's going to be out to give a point to the Redhawks. A tough one there for Hudson Surface as the Vikings were on a pretty good run. They give it back to the Redhawks. Redhawks trying to make a bit of a run here, now falling down by 3. Haley Azaz will serve it, and it's going to almost be a mistake from the libero, but able to get it back over. Good recovery from them. There's the tip over. Good dig from the Vikings. Redhawks look to attack again. Get 2 points in a row here. Good tip to the outside. And it's going to be hit over. Good clearance by the Redhawks. Another good dig right there from the libero. Annika Polyu. Tipped over, and looked like slight touch there for Valley City State, and that's going to be a point for them as they take a 10-6 lead in this set. Kinley Suffolk will serve for the Vikings, and that one's going to be hit over. Good block. Good save right there from the Vikings as they've been able to help them out a lot, but that one's going to be down the middle. Sophie Drollinger with the hit there. Taylor Wilson will serve it here for the Redhawks. Good serve right there. Scoring opportunity and a spike, but it's going to be outside the line. Point Redhawks. Two sets in a row here. 1 for the Redhawks. And a great kill right there. Couldn't see exactly who it was there. It was kind of between 2 Redhawks as Bella Rose Bankunier and Kylie Malone were up there for it. That one's just going to hit past the net, but Vikings able to save it. And that one's going to be inside for a point Great kill right there from Valley City State when they much needed it after 3 straight points for the Redhawks. Get back to 11-9 advantage. Madden Bogenreef here to serve for the Vikings. Miscommunication, and it looks like she might have just went outside the line there, and it's going to be point over to the Redhawks. Again, Redhawks got swept yesterday by Peru, so trying to get a confidence builder here in the state of Nebraska. Here's the serve. Hit over, and good job by the libero to keep it alive. Here's an opportunity. Got to get over the net is the Redhawks, and they do. Trying to get the kill, and they do. Maddie Geist able to get the kill there to bring the lead back to 2. 12-10, Valley City State. Maddie Bjornby here to serve. And that tough one there. That's going to be out of the stadium. Point Vikings. Ball hit up in the stands there. Able to bring it back in. (13-10). And another error right there from the Redhawks. And just like that, Valley City State able to take a 14-10 advantage. Desperately need a point here, and a great block. But just going to be out for the Vikings. Point Redhawks. Much needed point for the Redhawks there after that quick string of 3 straight points for the Vikings. And into the net, point Redhawks, and Redhawks starting to have a run here, cutting that lead down to 2. Dino Ortiz here to serve. Now Valley City State wanting to get a point to get another advantage. Going for the kill, and that one's going to be out. Vikings get a point back after the Redhawks cut it to 2. Trying to go for the back, and a great block there from the Redhawks. And Janae Moore, Camille Collins with a fist pump after that one. And almost a mistake there from Valley City State, but able to save it over the net. And that's going to be a point again for the Redhawks. Now it's Marley Cortez getting the kill there. Yeah, almost a good block there from Valley City State, keeping it alive. Good rally here from both squads. Going to be hit up. It over. Almost got the save, and they do. What a great defensive play there from the Redhawks. Trying to draw this 15-15. Here's the kill. And it's in there for a point. And how about that rally and great play on that side of the ball by the Redhawks. Seemed almost out and somehow able to save it to get over the net. And this is drawn back 15-15. Great first set here as we start out the Bruins Classic. And an error right there, goes all the way back to the wall. And Benedictine Mesa takes the lead. For a time there, it seems like the Redhawks were down for most of this set, being down by 4 at a point, being down by 3, able to make a big run here and trying to continue it. Valley State kind of seems out of sorts here, but able to get one in there. Kind of a tough catch off the serve, but able to get it over to the left to draw it 16-16 here. Katie Coco with the kill. It almost got an ace there, and they will. An ace for Valley City State to take the lead again in this set, 17-16. That one just tipped over the net, and not able to save it there was Marley Cortez, unable to get the dig, and Valley City State takes the advantage back 18-16, and it's going to be a timeout for the Redhawks. Not a bad timeout there from head coach Madison Kindle, which appreciate Madison Kindle right before this matchup, but we go down and get all the pronunciations for her players to figure that out. But how about that time from the last timeout to this one? Vikings were up 14-10 going into the last timeout, and Benedictine Mesa able to make a run and even take the lead in this set, 16-15, but Valley City State has been able to respond here with 3 straight points for them. Some more attack here as we've seen so far, as both teams has 4. Hitting percentage has gone down pretty low. Valley City State started out this game at 324, now down to 156. Both teams assisting the ball pretty good with 9 and 8. But what's really been the key here is Valley City State with 4 serve aces so far and only 1 error. Each team's got 18 digs. Reception errors, 4-1, as Benedictine Mesa's had 4 reception errors. Each team has had a block and some block assist. As we get started back up here, 18-16, Vikings. And it's going to be another ace for the Vikings, taking a 19-16 lead. That's 5th one of the game. And just going to head over the net. How about that? And there's going to be a point for the Vikings. Couldn't see exactly what happened there. I believe maybe Red Hawk maybe touched the net there to give the point, and Valley City State just like that, back up 4, 5 straight points for them. And that one's going to be out. Vikings 21-16, trying to run away with this set. Try to get the dig there with the block. And it's going to be point Valley City State. (22-16). And finally, Redhawks get a point, a much needed one right there to make it 22-17. In Valley City State, again, with a point. Ellie Lucas with the kill there, making it 23-17. 17. Two points away from winning this set, getting their third win set of the season for the Vikings. Cortez is going to get it in there for a kill. 23-18. Had a whistle here, going to make a sub here for the Redhawks. Haley Azaz, the senior out of San Antonio, Texas, comes in to serve. And a good serve there, but a save by the Vikings. Trying to hit it over, trying to get the block, unable to do it. And it's going to be blocked again by the Vikings. But Valley City State able to keep it alive. Cortez trying to get outside. Good hit there from the Vikings. Trying to hit over, and they get the point. A much-needed one for the Redhawks as Belarus Ben Coir able to get it just over the net. Haley Azaz serve again. Down by 4 is the Redhawks. Trying to tip it over and unable to. Hits on their side of the net, and the Redhawks get another point. And just like that, a 3-0 run from the Redhawks. And that one's going to be out. 4 straight points for the Redhawks. 23-21, and it's a much-needed timeout for Michelle McHale-John. As just like that, 23-21 now for the Redhawks. 4 straight points for them as they almost looked dead in the water when it became 23-17 when Ellie Lucas had that kill. And just like that, Marley Cortez had a kill. Kill by Bella Rosa Bancoir had with the kill, and an attack error by Eden Carrier brings this to 23-21. Be interesting how these last points go for either team. Valley City State just 2 away, had that 6-point advantage. The Redhawks looking to keep this run going of 4 straight. Haley Azaz back to serve again. That one's going to be hit up. And it's going to go down. Miscommunication there between Sophie Drollinger and Dominici Sela. And now set point for the Vikings. Coming out to serve for them is Molly Bjornby, trying to win the first set of the Bruin Classic. And it's going to be a kill there from the Vikings. It was Bella Rose Bancoir getting this down to 2. Valley City State just a point away from winning the first set, and it's just their 3rd set so far on the season through 5 matches. And it's going to be a touch on the net by the Vikings, 24-23. And it kind of seems like it's been doing this all set. Vikings will get out to a lead, and Benedictine Mesa finds a way to fight back. Here's the serve. Trying to get the kill, and it's going to be blocked, but touched on the net, and it's going to be point Vikings. And Gracie Schumacher with a great first set there, as the Vikings will take the first set in the Bruin Classic. 25-23, Valley City State. Look at some of the stats here. Gracie Schumacher had a kill. and 6 assists with 4 service aces and 6 digs. Leading the way was Ellie Lucas with 4 kills, acquiring 4 points for the squad and a hit percentage of .667. As we get back in about 2 minutes here. Both these teams have a decent amount of returning contribution on the season. Benedictine Mesa has 7 contributors back this year. And Valley City State has returned 9. Valley City had a lot of leaders leave this last season as their 4 leader statistics. But Gracie Schumacher, Madden Bogenreef, and Annika Polyu played over 100 sets a year ago. A couple of players we were looking at for players to watch. One of them was Ellie Lucas, and like I said with the stats, Ellie Lucas has really led the way with 4 kills. And Madden Bogenreef was another player to watch. Hasn't done too much so far this matchup, but I look for her to kind of start getting stuff together. Looking at the stats for Benedictine Mesa, a couple of players that I said to watch was Adina Ortiz. She's had 8 digs so far, done really good at the libero position, saving a lot of things. Not able to win that set, but could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for a lot of her digs at 8. And Sophie Drawlinger has led the way for the Red Hawks. 3 kills so far with 4 digs. And that was one thing I was really impressed with, just how many digs that Mesa able to get. A lot of really difficult digs as they have the advantage of 21-20. As we come out here for set number 2, Red Hawks looking to respond. Looks like there's a talk here on the sideline from the official. Not entirely sure what could be going on. Looked like something about pulling out a roster and looking at it. Interested to see what's going on here. The official now at the scorer's table. And having to come off the floor there for Valley City State was Eden Carrier. So maybe just some substitution things. Camille Collins comes off the floor for the Red Hawks. Taylor Wilson will start off this second set. And a good block there from the Red Hawks. Trying to get the tip over. Almost was a double touch there. Hit over, not able to get over the net for the Red Hawks. Red Hawks start off this set 1-0. If you weren't here for our first set, Valley City State took set one, 25-23. Looking to take the second one here. Good dig there from the Vikings. And trying to go for the kill, not able to. Could be a tough one here, and it is. Gracie Schumacher not able to recover. And the Redhawks starting off this set hot, 2-0. And it's going to be a kill for the Redhawks. Kylie Malone hits it over the net. Excuse me. Bella Rose Banconier. Kind of up higher here at the Bellevue Fieldhouse. Sometimes a 0 looks like a 6, so my apologies. Bella Rose. And that one's just going to be out. And the sideline bringing over the ball, jumping all around is the Redhawks. As the Redhawks are starting out red hot here, 4-0 in this set. Trying to make it 5 in a row. And a bit of a struggle here for Valley City State, able to recover it. There's Bogenreef over the top, and it's going to be a kill right there. Kylie Malone hits it that time. Timeout, Vikings. As we saw in our last set, multiple times Valley City State was up by 4-3, up by 6 at one point. And the Redhawks just kept battling back, and they're using that momentum they got from almost coming back down 23-17 into this set, being up 5-0. As we return from the timeout here, the Redhawks with a 5-0 advantage against the Vikings. And Taylor Wilson again coming out to serve. A lot of action there back servicing, and that's going to be out. And a much needed point for the Vikings. Catch a break there. Now it's time for the Vikings' turn to try to come back from a deficit. Madden Bogenreef coming out here to serve for the Vikings. Get their first serve of this set. And a good dig there from the Vikings. Need to get it over, and they do. Try to go with the spike, and a great block right there from Maddie Geist. And that one's going to be out, and just after getting 2 straight points, hits over the back of the line, and the Redhawks back up 6-2. And great block right there. Hits it right back in the face of Madison Geist. Back up by 5. Sophie Schonauer. Almost was sick right before this game. Almost didn't play is what Coach Madison Kindle, they thought they would have her for the second, and luckily able to be out here in the second set. Here's a serve from her. And a kill there from the Vikings. A much needed one, getting this back to a 5-point deficit. Molly Bjornby here to serve for the Vikings. And a good try there from the Redhawks. Not able to get it, and it's going to be a block, but hit back in. Point Vikings.
Second service, Molly Bjornby.
8-4 now in this set. Vikings trying to make a run. And able to get it over. What a dig right there to get over the net. Tipped over, not able to recover, and they cannot. Janae Moore will give a point to the Redhawks. Adina Ortiz here to serve. And not able to get it there was Taylor Wilson. Hits over outside the line. Point Vikings. Annika Polyu out of Minnesota here to serve. Going to be dug there. Trying to get the kill was the Redhawks, not able to. Good block and not able to get it up was Eden Carrier. Hits out the back of the court, 10-5. Dominique Sela here with the serve. Hits it up and blocked and out. Not the best touch off that block. Went out to the left of the net. And Vikings trying to cut more into this lead, down by 4. And it's going to be a kill for kind of a high hit one here. Trying to get it over with the tip and 1 assist. That ball hit up way high in the sky. Gracie Schumacher able to hit it over. And Eden Carrier at 5'11", able to get over the net and get a point for the Vikings. Hudson Surface. Here trying to get the kill, tipped under, good dig by the Vikings, tipped again, and another point for Eden Carrier, back-to-back kills for her, cuts this lead to 3.
Second service, Hudson Surface.
Just like that, Vikings trying to fight back here in this set, early in set 2, but a kill and a great response for Kylie Malone. Kylie Malone with her 4th kill of the game. And that was going to be blocked well. And again, Kylie Malone trying to take over here in set number 2. putting the Red Hawks back up by 5. Kylie Malone out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Her last school was Glendale Community College. Trying to get another one here for the Red Hawks, not able to. And able to get the kill. And how about Kylie Malone? 14-8, 6-point lead. Largest lead in the set for the Red Hawks. That one hit over. Malone able to save it. Cortez gets the kill. Taking over now is the Red Hawks, 15-8. Here's Azaz trying to serve, almost miscommunication. Can they get it over? And they do. Good recovery by Kylie Malone. Cortez getting the dig over the net. Trying to get a point here and able to hit it off. Can they save it? Got one hit. Got to get this one over the net. And they do. What a rally. They're trying to get the kill there. It was Kylie Malone. Covered by the Red Hawks. Cortez blocked over the net, and they somehow so save it. And a good block again. What a rally here from both of these squads here in the first game of the Bruin Classic. Cortez again dug and picked up by the Vikings. And point Valley City State after all of that. It looks like Coach Madison Kindle wanted something to look at here. Couldn't see exactly. Looked like that one was kind of over the net. Wonder if they were thinking there's a touch. Not at all. And it looks like they will be reviewing it here. Red Hawks will challenge it.
Now under review.
I don't think not a bad review here. Fortunately, up in my box up here, don't really have a good viewing at the review screen. So not entirely sure what this call will be. But this could be a big swing of things as Red Hawks were pretty much taking over. Kylie Malone was getting kills left, right, and center for the Red Hawks. Up 15-8. This would give them a 16-8 advantage. Valley State's trying to come back in this set now and really want this one to go their way to keep that deficit at 6. Like I said, not a bad challenge at all by Madison Kindle because it could really swing this set in the Red Hawks' favor completely, being up by 8. As we're still over at the scorers table looking at this. Kylie Malone, a newcomer for Benedictine Mesa at Glendale Community College a year ago. So far has done a really good job in that newcomer spot. Last season, they were 15-11. They were 7-9 in conference and 2-2 on a neutral site, trying to start 1-0 at a neutral site here. And it's going to be point. Red Hawks is a great challenge there from Madison Kindle. And how about that swing of things? 16-8 now. Valley City State needs a response.
That will be reversed. Point will be awarded to the Red Hawks. Still serving for the Red Hawks will be Haley Azaz.
Haley Azaz here to serve. Haley Azaz.
Our new score, Red Hawks 16, Vikings.
She went to the 5'4" senior out of San Antonio, Texas. She went to Madison High School. And a ace. How about that for the Red Hawks, 17-8. Really running away with this one. Now just 8 points from winning set 2. Azaz again. And it's going to be another one. 18-8, 10-point advantage. 2 aces in a row for Haley Azaz. Valley City State needs a recovery here, trying to get a third ace. And just going to be out. It was really close to the line there for my angle, and maybe could have touched it. But not another review from head coach Madison Kindle. 18-9, Red Hawks. Good dig there from the Vikings, trying to hit it over, and they can. Cortez will get the point for the Red Hawks. Adds a couple substitutions here for the Red Hawks. Daly Wilson will check into the game, and as well Janae Moore. 19-9 here in set 2. And Vikings with a much needed point there, 19-10. And that one's going to be in for a point. Back to a 10-point lead for the Red Hawks. Looked like it was Janae Moore there on the kill. And Sophie Schonauer here to serve again. Nice tip there, and good recovery from the Red Hawks. They've been doing that all day. Great block, getting it over, a good save. And it's going to be a touch on the net, point Red Hawks. Hitting over the net on the Valley City State side. Now with their biggest lead in the set at 11. 4 points away from winning set 2. And it's going to be a kill. Maddie Geist with a much-needed one, 21-11. Hey, we can see comebacks can happen in volleyball. Valley State starts getting in the swing of things. Anything can happen. Here's the serve. And that one's going to be out. Service error at a bad time for the Vikings. Back to an 11-point advantage for the Red Hawks. Adina Ortiz, the sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois, here to serve. And a kill. Another one for Maddie Geist. Maddie Geist with her 7th kill of the game. And it's going to be out. Point. Redhawks 23-12. Just complete domination in this set from the Redhawks. And trying to get the dig there was Adriano Ortiz, unable to get it, and it's going to be a point to Valley City State. Couple subs here. Ellie Lucas and Grace Schumacher coming in. Grace Schumacher here to serve, the senior out of Linton, North Dakota. That one's going to be out. Point. Redhawks, and Redhawks now set point. Here with set point. That one's going to be way out. Kind of let that one sailed over to the Valley City State defense. Still 24-14. Just need 1 point for the Redhawks to draw it 1-1 in the match going into the locker room. Going to be hit. Ortiz over. And that one's just going to be in, just on the line. Point Vikings. 2 straight points for the Vikings. Hudson Surface here. Hand it over. Ortiz trying to get the touch, and that one's going to get down. And the Redhawks will win set 2 here, 25-15. Vikings winning the first set, 25-23. And this one, 25-15. As we switch sides here after 2 sets of play. Tied 1-1. We're going to take a quick break here and be back with you in action here in about 2.5 minutes here on the Bellevue Bruin Sports Network. Welcome back into the Bellevue Bruin Sports Network, where we have a tied 1-1 match here between Benedictine Mesa and Valley City State. Valley City State winning that first set 25-23. Benedictine Mesa 25-15 in set number 2. Libby Matherin checks in for the first time. The sophomore out of Edgeley, North Dakota. Valley City State University out of North Dakota. Benedictine Mesa from Mesa, Arizona. Madden Bogenreef here to serve. And kind of a scary thing there. Bring Ortiz, but able to get back and recover. And that's going to be out. And point over to the Redhawks. A little miscommunication there, but able to recover. Kylie Malone checks out. And an ace there from the Redhawks. Fifth ace of the game for the Redhawks. Trying to get another one here. And they do not, but get the block and point Redhawks. As Roofs from the sideline of the Redhawks. And just like last set, Redhawks starting out red hot, but a service error there. Can't get over the net, 3-1. And that's their fourth service error of the game. Molly Bjornby, sophomore out of Grafton, North Dakota. The Valley City State being from North Dakota, you can expect a lot of these players' hometowns being from there. And that's going to be a point over to Valley City State. Valley City State have just 2 transfers new to this season. Reese Cave is out of New Mexico Military Institute, and Caitlin Erikstad is from Lake Region State College. Trying to tie it up here, 3-3 is the Vikings. Good dig there, trying to tip it over, and they will get the kill. Maddie Geist with the kill there. Maddie Geist with her 8th kill of the game. Good recovery from the Vikings. Maddie Geist trying to hit it again, trying to get the dig and save it, and they cannot. Vikings, 4-3. Maddie Geist with her 8th kill of the game. 9th, excuse me. Janae Moore not able to get it over that, and a block. As Roofs come from the sideline for Valley City State. 5 straight points for them. Melody Bjornby here with the serve. And a service error for the Vikings gives a point back to the Red Hawks. Now the Valley City State sideline getting into it. And crazy block there. And hopefully everything's okay there for the Benedictine Mesa captain, Taylor Wilson, as she kind of got hit in the face there and was down for a second, but up and laughing it off, so she should be good to go. Taylor Wilson is a junior out of Medford, Oregon. Her last recent stop was Clark College. And good sportsmanship here. Head coach of Benedictine Mesa comes out, makes sure she's okay. Looks to be good to go. Sometimes those spikes can be a little bit scary, you know, coming straight at you. And sometimes this ball can be going at a pretty good, decent miles per hour. But good to see Taylor Wilson up and good. And that's going to be a touch by the Vikings and a point. Red Hawks. Cortez is going to check back in for the Red Hawks. Comes over and gives a clap to a couple of her teammates. Sayla comes in to serve. Good dig there. And it's going to be a point, Red Hawks, 6-6.
Second service, Dominique Sylvia.
And going to be out. Point Red Hawks back up 7-6. Good back and forth set here in the early goings. And another kill for the Red Hawks, 8-6. Four straight points for Benedictine Mesa. After losing that first set, they've been on a run. And Vikings respond there. Katie Coco, the freshman out of Valley City, North Dakota, with the kill. And that one's just going to be in. Sneaks in there for the Vikings. Ellie Lucas. As after Benedictine Mesa took an 8 advantage, but that one's going to be way out, and a service error gives them another 1-point lead. Trying to even it back up, and they will. Katie able to get up there. Cortez trying to get the block. Hits off for the left hand and out on the left side for them. Trying to get the tip, couldn't get the block. Try to get the block again, was the Vikings not able to. And Benedictine Mesa up 10-9. Haley Azaz coming in as we saw her get a couple aces so far in this game. And that one's going to be out. Point Redhawks now with a 2-point advantage.
Redhawks second service. Haley Azaz.
Trying to recover there and cannot as the Vikings. Benedictine Mesa now up 3. And Marley Cortez doing a scuba celebration after that one, and the Vikings will take a timeout. Looking again at some of the stats so far in this game. Maddie Geis leading the way in kills with 10 for the Vikings. Leading the way in digs for them, it's Hudson Sturfus with 13. Leading the way for kills for the Redhawks is Sophie Drollinger with 8. And she also ties, leading the way with 11 digs. Also with 11 digs is the libero, Adina Ortiz. Sayla with 14 assists for the Redhawks. And Madden Bogenreef with 14 assists for the Vikings. So pretty good even matchup so far between these two squads, both winning one set. So far in this set, Valley State's got 6 kills with 4 errors. Benedictine Mesa with 4 kills, 2 errors. Benedictine Mesa had a pretty impressive hitting percentage in the second set with 400. 154 so far in set number 3. Let's get started again. And that one's going to be in. Valley City State out of the timeout, gets a point, 12-10. And that one's going to be out for the Redhawks. Bella Rose hits it over the net. And Valley City State with 2 straight points, making it 12-11. Here's the serve. Almost an ace there, but a good recovery there from Wilson. Hitting it up and gets it over. And it's going to be point Valley City State. 3 straight points on the touch from the Redhawks. And it's going to be an ace for the Vikings. 4 straight points in set number 3, 13-12. A big run right here from the Vikings. Trying to recover after being down 10 in set 2. Kylie Malone trying to get a point there with the block. Good recovery for the Vikings. And another block, and that one just going to be out. Good try there from the Redhawks. The Vikings trying to run away with this set. Up 14-12 now. Yeah, that one's going to be out. Service error, Vikings. Redhawks back down by 1. And that's going to be out. And just like that, after a quick run by the Vikings, the Redhawks get it back 14-14. The captain, Taylor Wilson, here to serve. And it's going to be a kill for the Vikings. Good response by them. Maddie Geist again leading the way in kills. Up to 11 now in this game. How about Maddie Geist? Just the freshman out of Moorhead, Minnesota. Kind of helps a lot in the front lines here at that 5'11" stature. Trying to get the spike in. It's going to get down there for Bryn Sorensen, the freshman out of Buchanan, North Dakota. And after a run by the Redhawks, Vikings respond with 2 straight. Good back and forth set here in set number 3. Trying to hit it again, and it's going to be off the hands of Belarus. And Maddie Geist kills it again. Timeout, Redhawks, 17-14, Valley City State. How about Maddie Geist running away with this one here? You know, after starting 0-4 in this season, Valley City State coming out with a lot of energy here in this Bruins Classic. Doing pretty good in that first set. Like I said earlier, that set number 2 didn't go as well for them, but coming out on all cylinders here, and that's got to be the big help to Maddie Geist with how many kills she has had in this game.
Still serving for the Vikings, Benedictine.
Trying to respond. Here's the Redhawks. And it's going to be an error by them, giving another point to Valley City State, taking a 4-point advantage here in set number 3. Madden Bogenreef here to serve. Sophomore, also out of Moorhead, Minnesota. Her and Maddie Geist, both from there. And that one's going to be in that time. A much-needed point for the Redhawks, as Belarus able to cut this to 3. Try to get a block there. Was the Redhawks able to recover? Here's Maddie Geist. Can't get the block there. And a good tip block there from number 5, Sophie Drollinger. Sophie now with 8 kills on the game. Now you guys couldn't get the spike there, but good recovery from the Vikings. Trying to get this to 1 here is the Redhawks. Good dig right there from the Vikings. Annika Polyu with that dig. And not able to get the dig that time. Back-to-back points for Drollinger. Cutting this 18-17, 3 straight points here. Maddie Geist with the kill. Who else when you need a point if you're the Vikings? Try to get that ball over to Maddie Geist. Gets the kill, 19-17. What a standout performance from the freshman. 13 kills on the game. Janae Moore, good recovery from the Vikings. And a good play right there from the captain, Taylor Wilson. Looking like she was going to try to pass it over for an assist. Hits it with the quick side swipe over the net. Valley City State wasn't expecting it. 19-18. And a ace. Redhawks, 19-19. Valley City State able to come back from 4 down. Notch this up, 19-19 in set number 3. The libero, Ortiz, here to serve. It's miscommunication there, but it's going to get over the net. Point Redhawks. And it's going to be a violation there. Was close to getting the point there, but Redhawks take a 1-point advantage here. The official coming over to talk to Valley City State head coach, Michelle Michaela John. And she wants a review on that one.
Timeout for a team challenge.
And not a bad challenge at all here. After bringing up by 4 in this set, you want to kind of have that lead.
Original point rewarded to the Redhawks.
Or on the scorer's table. Look at it here for the official. Like I said, this could be a big swing here as Valley City State had that 4-point advantage. Don't want to lose the lead here in a set where you've done so well. Maddie Geis has really led the way for the Vikings. Don't want to keep that momentum down and let Benedictine Mesa try to steal a set from you here. So far in this set, Valley City State's got 13 kills with 7 errors. Benedictine Mesa with 7 kills and 4 errors. That 7 errors has really helped Benedictine Mesa come back in this set. Valley City State has a hit percentage of 200 as the Redhawks have 120. Total stats for both these squads. 105 attacks to 95 to Valley City State. 37 kills for the Vikings and 34 for the Redhawks. Attack errors, 19 to the Vikings, 10 to the Redhawks. Hit percentage so far throughout this whole entire match, 171. Valley City State, 253 for Benedictine Mesa. 32 assists for the Redhawks and 35 for the Vikings. 7 aces each for both these squads. But serve errors is over to the Vikings at 7-4. Both these teams have done a pretty good job with digs. Valley City State with 50, Benedictine Mesa with 42. And Valley City State point, and that's a successful challenge for the Vikings. Both teams so far, and both the challenges they've done have been successful, and that's a big one there for Valley City State, now having the advantage of 20-19. Trying to get a win here in set number 2. Libero, number 12, Annika Poliu. Here to serve. Bit of a tough touch there. Ortiz is going to get it over. Trying to get the kill, and a good save there. Bit of a bump. Taylor Wilson bumped in the back of Camille Collins. Trying to get the kill here, going to get a good block. Able to save it though, but not the best play right there from Bryn Sorensen. Tried to just tip it over the net. Only hit about halfway through the net there. And the Redhawks tie it back up 20-20. Fantastic set from both of these teams. Trying to get a win here in the first game of the Bruins Classic. And a kill. What a kill right there from Eden Carrier. A lot of power on that one. Redhawks not able to recover. Vikings back up by 1. 4 points away from getting their second one set here. And another point. And an error there from the Redhawks. And it's going to be a timeout by the Redhawks. Vikings up 22-20. And how about that from the review to almost being down 20-19, having it go their way. Mesa was able to get a point, but 2 straight, making it 22-20 here in set number 3. Now out of timeouts is the Redhawks. Vikings still have one in their back pocket if stuff starts to get a little scary. Got some fans here from both squads. And again, the Bruin Classic is sponsored today by Baden. Baden, the official ball of NAIA, what you'll be seeing them using throughout this tournament. Trying to take advantage here, and a kill by the Vikings. Katie, the freshman out of Valley City, North Dakota, gives a 3-point advantage. 2 points away from winning this set for the Vikings. Gracie Schumacher here to serve. And it's going to be out. Point, Vikings, set point here for the Vikings, trying to take the advantage of 2 sets to 1. We have seen the Vikings give up a 4-point lead. Don't do this here, and right away it's a service error, giving a point over to the Redhawks, 24-21. Sophie Drollinger here for the serve, trying to get an ace here, and it's going to be out. And Valley City State will win the set. 25-21 win of the set. As Vikings have a chance to win it in set 4. Benedictine Mesa needs to win it to stay alive. After this match is wrapped up, though, don't go away. We have a whole slate today on this Friday, August 28th, as we start off with this match here at 9 a.m. At 11 a.m., Benedictine from Kansas is going to go up against Xavier University out of Louisiana. At 1 p.m., Dordt College out of Iowa will be taking on this Benedictine Mesa team, as Benedictine Mesa will have a couple matches here. I'm just me, Jake Janicek, just calling these first 3 games. Usual Bellevue University Volleyball play-by-play announcer Mick Krupski will take over the 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 7 p.m. games. At 3 p.m., Valley City State will have their game against Benedictine, Kansas, who you will see at 11. Grandview will take on Dordt College, who you'll see at 1 p.m. And at 7 p.m., the Bellevue Bruins will take on Xavier. You also got a slate tomorrow on Saturday, same times, 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, and 7. The Benedictine teams will take on each other, with Benedictine Mesa against Benedictine, Kansas at 9 tomorrow. At 11 a.m., Valley City State, North Dakota will take on Grandview. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., Dordt College take on Xavier. 3 p.m., Bellevue will take on Benedictine, Kansas. At 5, Grandview will go against Xavier. And 7 p.m., Bellevue University will wrap up the nightcap again against Dordt College. So, fun day we have ahead of you here at the BU Fieldhouse. BU Fieldhouse in their second season of holding competition, and it's been a really good facility here. Treated well. Got some big screens on the side. Got a nice setup here and a little press box area for me to call the game. So highly appreciated to everyone helping out with that. And again, the Bruins Classic is brought to you by Baden, the official ball of NAIA. Serve here is Taylor Wilson to try and save themselves here, and that one's going to be out right away. Point Valley City State. And a point right back to the Redhawks. Good run here. Trying to get the kill. Great block. Point over to the Redhawks. Janae Moore with the block. 2-1. And can't recover it there. Ortiz not able to get the touch on it. Two-two here in set number 4. And a block there. And a great recovery there from Ortiz. How about that from the libero? Here with the spike, and it's going to be a kill. A kill for Katie Coco. 3-2 advantage for Valley City State. Here's the serve from the libero. Trying to get the kill here. And how about that from Bryn Sorensen? 4-2 Vikings. Bryn Sorensen, a newcomer here, the freshman out of Buchanan, North Dakota. And a huge error there from the Redhawks. Some miscommunication looked like between Janae and Moore. And libero Ortiz. Vikings taking advantage of Redhawks' mistakes. 5-2. If the Vikings win this set, they'll win the whole match. Janae Moore. Can't get it done there. And a big mess up right there from Madden Bogenreef. Kind of hit it up. No one was there to hit it over the net. And another mistake by Valley City State. And back-to-back points for Mesa off of these Vikings mistakes, something you can't have right now. Just trying to laugh it off as the Vikings get back into action here. Try to have a cleaner side here on the set, and it's going to be into the net. Point Redhawks tied 5-5. I wouldn't be surprised if Michaela John might be taking a timeout here after these 3 straight points for the Redhawks. And a service error to kind of help with the confidence of the Vikings. 6-5. Seventh service error of the game for the Redhawks. Janae Moore getting over the net. Trying to save this one. Can only get one more touch. Libero hits it over the net. And trying to get the spike and a great block, but it's going to be out. Point Redhawks tied 6-6. And it's going to be out. And just like that, Benedictine Mesa gets a couple points under their belt, taking the lead here in set number 4, 7-6. And just going to be out on the service error, 7-7. Hudson Zerfis, freshman out of Hope, North Dakota, here to serve. And going to be tipped over. Good dig. And was there a touch there? There was not. Going to be out. Point Redhawks. It kind of looked like there might have been a touch on the Redhawks there, leading that one to be out. Michaela John talking to the official here. And looks like we will have a review. And it's going to be a challenge of the touch. Definitely from my vantage point up here, it looked like on that block was touched off the Redhawks, causing it to go out the left side of the court, not hit out. And the challenge is successful. Second successful challenge for the Vikings coaching staff. 8-7 Vikings. A couple smart challenges, and like I said, definitely looked like, from my vantage point up here, that definitely looked like it was a touch. And a kill, a much-needed point there. Notching it back 8-8. Sophie Drollinger there with the kill. And now with the serve here for the Redhawks. 8-8. Looks like we're in for another back-to-back set here between both these squads. And gonna get through the block line for the Redhawks. 9-8 advantage here for the Vikings. And a bit of an error there from Molly Bjornby. He wasn't able to get a full touch on it, drawing this back 9-9. Annika Polju will check back in for the Vikings. Haley Azaz, one of the better people we've seen serve today with a few aces under her belt. And looked like there was an extra touch there on the Redhawks side. Vikings will get the point, 10-9. Madden Bogenreef and Brent Sorensen will check back in for the Vikings. Anna Ortiz will check in for the Redhawks. And a bit of a tough touch there. Can they get it back over? And they don't. They get over the net, where Ortiz not able to keep it in the lines. Point Vikings. And a point for the Redhawks. Able to tip that one over, get it back to an 11-10 deficit. The captain, Taylor Wilson, here with the serve. Hitting it over, and Maddie Geist hasn't done much in this set, but now she's showing up. Maddie Geist leading this matchup with kills so far. As you probably have heard me mention multiple times, but it's been an impressive day for her. And when they need a point, they went to her, 12-10. Trying to respond here, almost been some miscommunication there, luckily able to get over the net. Trying to get another kill here. Great dig, but it's going to be out for Ortiz. That's a tough one to draw in. Great dig to save it, but you don't know how much power you're always going to end up getting on it. Trying to make a quick run back. Maddie Geist gets blocked from her kill. Another kill chance, and it will go down for a point for Katie Coco. The 5'10 freshman out of Valley City State is going to draw a timeout by the Redhawks, now down 14-10. Using their first timeout here in this set. Vikings up 14-10, up 2 sets to 1. So 11 points away from running away and getting this win, getting their first win of the season since Valley City State has now started 0-4. Benedictine Mesa 1-1 on the season, with the most recent match just coming yesterday against Peru State, where they got swept 3-0. Valley City State finished 13-15 a season ago. And they lost a lot of production you can kind of see Maddie Geist has come in as a freshman and been a huge spark for them, especially in this game. Now up to 14 kills, leading everyone so far. Molly Bjornby here to serve. And going to be in there for a kill, a much-needed point as they get one just out of the timeout. In a block, not able to get over the net, goes out the right side, touched by the Redhawks. 15-11, Vikings. Again, after this one wraps up, we'll have another matchup for you. Benedictine, Kansas versus Xavier out of Louisiana. Great recovery and dig there from Haley Wilson. Trying to get a kill here is the Vikings, and they do. Katie Coco again as she gets her 12th kill of the match. Her and Maddie Geist have really led the way for the Vikings. Both of them have more than any Mesa player, as Sophie Drollinger has 10 kills. Good dig right there from Ortiz, trying to recover it here, and they're able to get back over. Ortiz tries to get it down, trying to save it, and they do, and it's just going to be out. Great run right there by the Redhawks. Laying everything on the floor to try and get the ball. Just gets over, and a great job there from Sophie Drillinger to get that one out. A little bit of sweat on the floor, wiping it down. Good recovery right there from Dillinger. Trying to get another kill. Good dig there from Annika Polyu. And it's going to be point Redhawks, cutting it 16-13. Ortiz here to serve. And a good play there from Madden Bogenreef. That's one of my favorite plays in volleyball, just doing the fake pass over, quick swipe of the hands over the net. Really, you can catch the defense lacking if they're not paying attention. 13-17 Vikings, 8 points away from winning this match and their first win of the season. Not able to recover it there was Annika Polyu. Back to a 3-point deficit here. Sayla here to serve. And a good block there and a great recovery. Trying to kill it here is Eden Carrier. (18-14) Vikings. Here's Cortez. Good dig there, but not able to get it over the net. Point Redhawks, 18-15. Redhawks try to make a run here to try to continue this game. A little out of sorts here is Valley City State, but able to get over the net. Trying to get a kill here. Good tip, great dig there from Polyu. And a bit of a touch, got to get this one over the net. Trying for another kill here. A little bit back is Dillinger. And not able to get a hand there. Try to hit it up with her left hand. Didn't get the best touch. Vikings up by 4. Redhawks will take a timeout here. (19-15) Vikings. Vikings again have not won a match yet this season.
Yes, I am. Ready. I mean, we got. What you guys started? Yeah, that's what you need. All right, just no, probably between games. I see you around. I'll say hi.
Welcome back into the Bruin Sports Network. Vikes again, 19-15. And it's going to be a service error outside, 19-16. And point Vikings taking a 20-16 lead. And not able to get the dig there was Bryn Sorensen. Redhawks trying to make a run here back. Trying to get the kill there. Good dig by Ortiz. And too many touches. Taylor Wilson looks pretty upset about it. 21-17, 4 sets away from the first win of the season for the Vikings. And oh, what a block. Maddie Geis gets pushed by her teammates after that one. 5-point lead for the Vikings. 3 points away from winning this match and getting the first win here in our first matchup here in the Bruin Classic. Kind of early for a 9 a.m. tip-off time here for volleyball. Both these players came awake, ready to go. And that's going to be an error on the Viking side. Maddie Geis didn't seem too happy about it. Going to be 22-18. There's a serve. Maddie Geist again finds the opening on the other side. 23-18. How about this freshman, man? Been on fire the entire day. Anytime the Vikings needed a point, just toss it over to her and she'll find a way. Just finding the open sides between the lines. Has been able to do it all afternoon. That was going to be an infraction there by the Vikings. 23-19, Benedictine Mesa trying to make a comeback here. Benedictine Mesa still will be playing at 1 p.m. today, so if you don't get this one, and a service error. Match point for the Vikings. Benedictine Mesa will still have an extra shot there at 1 p.m. Gracie Schumacher, match point Vikings. Hits it over, trying to stay alive. Almost a mess up there, but a good recovery. Trying to get the kill, block, and it's going to be in. 24-20. To save themselves in this game. Here's Sayla. Trying to get the kill, block, good recovery from the Vikings. Hit it back over and a block. And how about this from the Redhawks? 24-21. Again, match point for the Vikings, but Redhawks are starting to come out firing. Trying to get the kill here with the tip, and it's going to go down. In Valley City State will get their first win of the season and win the first game here in the Bruin Classic. 25-21. Kind of looking at the final stats here for both these squads. Maddie Geist led the way with 16 kills. Katie Coco with 12 kills. Ellie Lucas with 8 kills. Eden Carrier with 8 kills. Bryn Sorensen with 5. Molly Bjornby with 4. Gracie Schumacher with 1. And Madden Bogenreef with 1 as well. Leaders in digs. Annika Polyu with 20 digs on the day. Hudson Zerfis with 14. Madden Bogenreef with 8. Gracie Schumacher with 10. And Molly Bjornby with 13. Over on the Benedictine Mesa side, 13 kills for her with 14 digs. 8 kills for Kylie Malone, 7 for Cortez, 6 for Camille Collins, 6 for Janae Moore, 3 for Bella Rosa Bansheer. Leading the way with digs, Sophie Dillinger with 14, and Taylor and Adnia Ortiz, the libero, with 16. Really good first matchup here, as we will be moving on to match number 2 here in just about a half hour, as Benedictine, Kansas will take on Xavier out of Louisiana. Signing off for this game is Jake Janisek, but stick around. We got a full day of volleyball here on the Bruins Classic here on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network.